Will Tasha K ever learn? The short answer is probably no. So according to the Neighborhood Talk and The Blast, it says that Kevin Hart is suing Tasha K for extortion after she allegedly told him that she won't release a damaging interview if he paid her $250,000. Now, The Blast was able to pull those court documents that Kevin Hart and his attorneys had filed. Now, in those filings, Kevin's legal team says that on November 22nd of 2023, they sent a letter to Tasha K regarding her recent and ongoing violations of civil and criminal law. The filings demanded that she immediately cease and desist all such activities, and it continued to say, and I quote, "You are already engaging in criminal conduct and tortuous acts that would entitle Mr. Hart to monetary damages against you should he elect to commence civil litigation regarding this matter. To the extent that you do not cease and desist now, your liability for such monetary damages will increase, as will your exposure to criminal penalties." Now, Kevin Hart's attorney, by the name of Dante Mills, explained that an unknown individual claiming affiliation to Tasha K's blog reached out to someone on his team. Now, that person, allegedly working on Tasha K's team, stated that they conveyed an intent to publish a damaging story on social media, quote unquote, the story. However, they declared that Hart could avoid the public seeing the story if he paid them $250,000. Now, the document filed in the courts said that it falls under the Penal Code Section 518, which gives rise to both criminal and civil liability against you or anyone involved in the efforts to extort Mr. Hart. Now, we're also finding out that when his team was reached out, basically asking him to bury the story for $250,000, Kevin Hart had actually sent that to the police. Now, Kevin Hart's attorneys also added that in advance to your threatened publication of the story, quote unquote, you posted a teaser with Mrs. Shakes. And for reference, this was the teaser that Tasha K had published. Now, they stated it was posted on her YouTube, which clearly was intended as a threat, sending a message to Mr. Hart's team that the more detailed story, quote unquote, would not be published if and only if the ransom was paid. Now, it doesn't look like Tasha K or her attorneys have applied to this lawsuit that was filed. Now, in the coming days, when more of the filings come out, we're going to see if Tasha K actually attempted to extort Kevin Hart for the total of $250,000.
Yo guys, according to the reports that are coming in, Kevin Hart is taking legal action over cheating allegations that were made by his former assistant in an interview they held with the YouTuber and blogger that is Tasha K. Hart's complaint was filed in the Los Angeles Superior Court and obtained by a couple of press people, and of course this is all centered in an interview which Tasha K aired on her YouTube channel and of course on her blog. For Kevin, he says that these two people actually tried to extort him, with $250,000. They were trying to frame him in that he can pay this huge sum so that they don't release this interview. For me, my take on all this is that if really Kevin Hart is actually very sure that whatever was said in this interview is not true, then he should come out and clearly say it how it is. Like, he should come out and refute all the claims, because what this lady talked about, one, she talked about the alcoholism, then there were cheating scandals, but of course it's common knowledge there is a Netflix show where Kevin Hart admitted that he cheated on his then girlfriend. Actually, they even have a daughter with they have a son together. So the cheating scandals, it's common knowledge, it's public everywhere. He has talked about it a couple of times. And then the alcohol, it's completely normal for a person to be a drunkard. So I don't think there is loads of stuff this lady talked about if you happen to watch this interview. But obviously Kevin Hart decided to go into the courts of law so that this can be solved. So we are waiting to see how this whole case unfolds, but I'm very sure it's one of those cases that will not go very, very far. Of course, we all know Tasha K has been in these lawsuits. She had one with Kebe. Then a couple of celebrities have come out, to silence her, but it's not fair. This is a person who is only doing her job. So I'm not I'm not in support of the idea of defamation and talking stuff that's not true, but if a news reporter comes out and clearly interviews someone, then you don't go ahead and file a lawsuit against the interviewer. File a lawsuit against the person who was interviewed. That's my opinion.